Idra, where Rabbi Shimon taught the greatest secrets of the Torah. And so you might wonder what secret you're going to learn today. And so we're going to speak about prayer and the importance of praying from the heart with emes, with truth. There's always been this debate between the Hasidim and the Litvish, and even amongst the Hasidim themselves, as to which was more important, prayer or Torah study. Which is holier? Which should one spend more time on? And if one is in a situation where they could either pray or learn Torah, where they could say the Psalms or to study, which should they do? And I hope to answer that for you this Torah video. And so, we know of the Karliner Hasidim, that they would scream from the bottom of their hearts and their lungs very loudly, Ashrei, Yoshrei Beisecha, and one time they came into a town, the Holy Kalender Rebbe with its Hasidim, and they asked, where's the synagogue? And they came into the synagogue and they started praying and yelling from the bottom of their hearts. And the people came out of their houses. What is this? What are they doing? Is this prayer? What is this? They never heard of such a thing in their life. Never saw such a sight. And they're screaming and screaming the whole time. And if you ask a Karliner Chassid, if you ask him if what I just did, is this screaming from the bottom of your heart? Is this the way of the Karliner Rebbe? And the Hasidim, they say, no, you haven't even touched it. You haven't even broken the ice yet. Of how much you should scream to Hashem for your needs in prayer. And use every ounce of body and strength. I was by the Tasha Rebbe in Montreal. And I got snuck into his private room, his office, where only about 15 people are allowed to pray with him because it's very small. And I saw the tzaddik, his every move, his every finger. I was watching his toes, my friends, and his shoes. Every toe, every toe of his, all 10, they were moving. They were moving in prayer. He was like the Karliner Hasidim. Oh, praying back and forth, and he would shuffle. He would walk back and forth in the room, and the Hasidim, they took me, and they pushed me away, like kindly. They lifted me up to move me out of the way, because the Rebbe was running towards the window, and then the Chassid would jump over and open the window. The Rebbe would stick his hand out the window, and he would return back, and he would move back and forth. He was totally using the body, and his soul was totally shining. He didn't even see the people in front of him. And he would pray like this every day, with fire and strength. And this was the way of the Karliner Hasidim, and many Hasidim. And then you had the people who would pray very softly and in a whisper. In the Vekas with Hashem, you know. The mouth. The mouth is the Malchut, the mouth is the divine presence, is the Shekhinah. And we have to use it as a precious tool, watching every word we say, and that whenever we can, we should use better words, not using slang and better words in the dictionary, more refined. We should refine our mouth. In everything we say, we shouldn't say extra words unless they're needed. And God forbid, should we yell with our mouths or say something wrong or hurtful. And if we use this tool and we take care of it, then it connects directly to the Shekhinah in prayer. Directly to the divine presence. And you're able to have Tvekas and a light and go straight up. And the gates will be open to you. And so the debate goes on. Which is more important? And it says of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his students around us here in the Idra, buried here. It says of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai that his Torah study was on the level of prayer. So high was his learning of Torah. So truthful. You know, when we learn Torah, we have to make sure that the words that we're learning, that we're reflecting during the entire time, as to how it pertains to us, how we can make change. And if we do it in this way, that when we're learning and we're saying the words, it's actual prayer, like Rabbi Shimon. So we have to learn this art of Torah study like prayer. But it's a very, very difficult art, something to work for one's entire life. So it said that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai didn't even need to do the required amounts of prayer because his Torah study was prayer. His Torah study was equivalent. That's how high he was. I don't believe anyone in this generation can do this. But, let me tell you something. Rabbi Nachman tells us an important thing. Likutei Moharan 1. He says, I'm going to solve this debate that has been going on for generations. I'm going to solve it, and I'm going to tell you the following. I'm going to tell you that while the whole world says, one says this and one says that, I'm going to tell you that both are dependent upon one another. If you don't learn Torah study, if you don't learn Torah well, with concentration and lishma for the right sake, then your prayer will not be accepted. Your prayer is not going to go up like it should. But if you learn Torah Lishma for the sake of the mitzvah, and you learn with concentration, then immediately afterwards when you pray, your prayer is going straight for the gates. I don't care what. I don't care what. It's going through what's going to be heard. This is what Rabbi Nachman teaches us. And you know what else he says? The same thing with Torah study. If you pray well, if you pray with all your heart, then when you go to study Torah, when you study that blot of Gemara, that blot of Talmud, you are going to understand it because of your prayer. So you can't have one without the other. They both need each other. They both need each other. And they come from the holy mouth, the Peh. And so, I used to ask myself, when I used to pray, I used to ask myself afterwards, I used to calculate how many words did I say with truth? How many words did I say that prayer that were emes, from the deepest depths of my heart, that I understood what it really meant to say this word? Ashrei, fortunate, fortunate. What does it mean, fortunate? Fortunate that I have a family, fortunate that I have a house, fortunate that I have a car, fortunate that I have food in the house, fortunate that I have friends, that I have a family, that my relatives are living, that I have this, that I have eyes to see. Fortunate. Did I think about this? Did that one word I say, did I really mean it? Or did I just think, fortunate, okay, everything is good, yeah, I have some things done. No, that's not how you pray. It's not how you pray. Let's not learn it the hard way. What it means to be truthful. What it means to be truthful in prayer. And let me tell you about some people who had to hear it the hard way, had to learn it the hard way. And so, let me tell you a story about a man who learned the hard way what it meant to be truthful in prayer. And so, as a young boy of a Patoki, of Lakewood, who I had these chus of walking home back and forth Friday night to his house, and sometimes I gave him a drive, and I learned the Holy Tzfat emes with him many times. So Rabbi Patoki, when he was a young boy, he had met the holy Imrei Emes. If I'm correct, sometimes I mix them up. The second Ger Rebbe. So he met the second Ger Rebbe, and he had his chus of learning Torah in one of the schools in Poland. And so, in Poland, these boys, they really knew how to learn the Torah. They really knew it. He knew 100 pages of Gemara, of Talmud by heart, as a young boy. As a young boy. Because the children didn't grow up with televisions, sitting on the computer for hours a day, with Game Boys. But no, they didn't. They lived a more peaceful and calmer life. So they used their mind, their intelligence, instead of this wasteful thing we allow our children today to grow up with. And so he knew 100 pages by heart. And they learned with so much concentration. But then the Rebbe said, stop. He said, we're in trouble. The Jewish people are in trouble. The Germans, they want to kill us. They want to destroy the Jewish people. And a person cannot learn Torah when there's a knife to their back. So we're going to stop, children. And we're going to learn how to recite the Tehillim, the Psalms. And so each day, the rabbi taught the students 5 to 10 Psalms by heart. And in the end, every child in Rabbi Petoki from that day on, every day, he said the Psalms, the entire book by heart, every day the rest of his life, for the next 60 years. And should be to 120. And so, this man, this little boy, went to Auschwitz, to the gas chamber. Oh, my friends, close your eyes. They put him inside with a whole bunch of people, and his hands, there was bubbles going on his hands, his skin, he was deteriorating. He knew for sure he would die. But he reached down from the bottom of his heart, and you remember what his Rebbe had taught him? That when you're in trouble, you say the Psalms, and he knew them all by heart. He knew them all by heart with his last breath. Shir HaMalos, he said, Esu, Einai, El, Horin, Yayin, Yovo, Ezri. But with truth, because he learned what it meant to be truthful, to find your soul, but he learned it the hard way in Auschwitz. He learned what it meant to be connected to your soul, to understand yourself, to know who you are without messing around, without this business of not being ourselves and letting the Yitzhar run all over us. He learned what it meant to be who you are, to be connected to his soul, and to do good and do what he's supposed to do. He learned this. And at that moment when he was saying the Psalms in his last breath, the Nazi Lamak Shemo, he opened the door and he said, I need a worker. Give me a worker. He said, you boy, come out with me. And he grabbed him and he took him out. And he closed the door. Nebuch on the rest of the Jews. But Rabbi Petoki came out. He came out coughing, feeling very weak. But he was alive. Because of the truth. Because he found the truth in his heart, the truth in prayer. And this is what I'm trying to teach you here today. And so Rabbi Petoki, when we used to daven by him, with him in the same minyan, in the basement apartment in Lakewood, when I lived in Lakewood, the holy city of Lakewood, I used to get as close as I could to him when he was praying. And I could hear his Kaddish. Yiskadel, Yishkadesh, Shemei Rabo. He said it with understanding. And he told me once when I was walking him back Friday night, he said, you know when I say Kaddish, you know I say it with truth, but you know what my Kaddish means? He says, when I say Yehei Shmei Rabba, all 6 million Jews, the Holocaust, Auschwitz, all the people that died, they're in my mind. I remember them. I see them. I saw them dying. I remember every Jew in the world. And I tried to lift them up. And I say with all my heart. And then he said this to me with all his heart. I never in my life had anyone talking to me with so much truth. With all his heart. And I used to go to his house and speak with him. And I couldn't believe this man was so underrated. People didn't know. His wife also said the Psalms twice a day by heart. By heart, my friends. And she also said Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs, by heart, every day, their whole life they say this. Their whole life they live by truth. But maybe sometimes people look down upon the older people. They don't respect them as they should. They don't understand that the whole purpose of prayer, the whole purpose of Torah study, Limud Torah, the reason we're here is to get to the truth of our soul, the truth of ourselves. to get through that understanding. And let us not have to go through what Rabbi Patoki did, Chas v'Chalila. Let us not have to go through these trials, but let us do it now ourselves. Find the truth in our prayer. Like Rabbi Nachman says, that you know how you pray? You find the simple meaning of the words. The simple meaning of the words, and you concentrate on them. And then slowly, everything will come naturally afterwards. Just focus on that alone. Focus on that alone. And you know, I have many more stories about Rabbi Patoki. And I want to tell you another story about prayer and MS and coming to the bottom and opening those gates. And I also want to explain to you more about prayer. Oh, I have so much to say here in the Idra. And I'll tell you a secret. I was thinking to myself, I can't complain because, you know, well, you don't know yet, but I just did this video one time before for 45 minutes. And Nebuch, I had a microphone so I give you better sound, but it had a cord and the cord was loose. The cord was loose and I lost all of the tape. So I'm doing this a second time, my friends, second time, Nebuch. But maybe I missed one word of truth I'm supposed to say to you. Let me tell you a story of how I had to learn the hard way. My father was bedridden for 3 years. He had a heart attack, he went into coma, and he woke up from that coma, but he was paralyzed. He was paralyzed, and I can tell you 100 miracle stories. I'll tell you just one right now. And, I know I have to tell you a preliminary one first. I'm going to tell you two. It was one time in the snow. My father, forgive me if I shed some tears. My father was sick. She never left my father's bedside for 3 years. She slept in a chair, Nebuch, in over 10 hospitals and 20 to 30 nursing homes. What a woman she is, and today she continues her chesed in Silver Spring, Maryland. So what a chesed she did for these people, what a chesed she did to my father. But she would have to refuel sometimes. She'd go home in order to get food and replenish so she could spend the night once again. And so this time, you know, sometimes when she would go home, I would drive up and I would stay with my father. During those times I learned with him. One of his Sefer books, Tanya. I learned with him some breaths of Hasidus and different things. And so this one time, my mother came alone home. She got ready. My father was very sick. But you know, you have nurses, they're supposed to watch the patients. But you know, Nebuch, the nurses don't get paid enough. They don't get paid enough. And they abuse them, one nurse for every 20 patients. Nebuch, Hashem should save the people, protect them. What I've seen you don't want to know. So we came back in the car. I was parking in the parking lot. And you know, normally I park and you know, we walk up slowly, we take the elevator. But something happened, my friend. Something happened. I was in the parking lot outside the hospital, and you know, it's a fairly big hospital. I was in the parking lot, and I felt something. I felt, Moshe, help me. And I looked at my mother and I said, Daddy's calling me. I have to go. And I ran ahead of her. She didn't know what was happening, so she walked very quickly. But I was running for the hospital at full speed. People look at me, you're crazy, what's going on here? You're running to the emergency, you're a doctor, what's going on? What are you doing? I ran up the stairs, I ran into his room, and he was laying down there. He couldn't breathe because accidentally, the nurse, she left the bed totally flat, and a person can't eat. He was on tubes, you can't eat when you're flat. And he couldn't breathe, and Nebuch, I lifted up the bed, and I grabbed the nurse, and I grabbed the oxygen tank, and I gave him oxygen, and he lived. But I heard him calling. And believe me, I was no tzaddik then. But my father, he was a big tzaddik. And even on my website, I don't tell you how big of a tzaddik. There's so many stories I can tell you. But slowly, It took many years for me to even be able to look at a picture of my father. So much pain was I in from his suffering that he had to go through. And every stick of blood he took, I felt as his son. So close was I to him. And this was just the preliminary story, my friends. So one time there was a Jewish doctor, and today there's 5 to 10 Jewish doctors that had my father, who couldn't even speak, who was bedridden. And he carved them. They became religious Jews. From a man who couldn't speak, so holy was he in knowing how to love his fellow Jews. They just felt it in the room. They just knew it. They knew from what he had taught his children. By example, people thought we were crazy. We came in there to believe in life, to have so much hope. Friends used to tell me, they said, I never knew your father was so sick because you never really said anything. You were always so positive. So this is what my father gave me. And so this time the doctor comes in and he says, we have to operate immediately because he's not able to eat the food because there was no veins available. He was totally closed up. And so they had to put a direct insertion into his blood with the food. And anyone who knows medicine knows that anything directly into the blood, if there's any impurities at all, anything from the outside, and we all know that hospitals, nursing homes, they're not clean. The people, they don't use gloves sometimes, and they're not careful. Anything goes in that hole, anything goes into that blood, the person's gone. And so there was no choice but to do this operation. And so the young doctor, 25 years old, he puts him on the table. He has the anesthesiologist to make sure he doesn't feel pain. And my father was mostly out. And so the doctor, he tried to make the insertion, he got ready, all the equipment, and what's going on here? What's going on here? This man is paralyzed, but he won't let me do the surgery. He's thinking, oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? This is really freaky. This is very strange. And then again, he blocked his hand. And he didn't know what to do. He waited 10 minutes, he tried again. And he saw in my father's face that even though he had an anesthesiologist that was supposed to put him out, he couldn't go out because this man was a tzaddik. This man was a holy man, very spiritual. And he fought the anesthesia. He fought all the medicine. And he fought the doctor with his hand. He got his arms to move. Rabbi Nachman says that if a person knows how to speak properly, does enough his bodhis, Jewish meditation, talking to Hashem properly, he takes care of his mouth and uses it well, he can even stop a gun from firing just by talking, just by speaking to it. He can make a limb move or not to move by speaking to it. And so my father moved his limbs and he stopped the doctor. The doctor came out to us, we're waiting. We're waiting there patiently, and he comes out and he says, listen, I don't know how to tell you this, I don't know how to tell it to myself. And you're going to keep it to a secret between us, because I'm a Jew and you're a Jew. And, I'm a different person today from what I just saw. He said, your husband, your father, would not allow me to do the surgery. I've never seen anything like this in my life. But I knew that there was a sign from God. There was a miracle here today. And I knew there was something here telling me to stop. Because this man was pushing me away and he's not able to do that. And he was somehow conscious enough to do these things. And he somehow knew. He was telling me, I felt him telling me through this. He says, stop. Stop the operation. It's too dangerous. Wait, I'll be okay. My friends, the next day he was well. Not well enough to walk around, still bedridden, but he was able to have the food in a regular way through the tubes, not needing to go directly to the blood. This doctor, his life was changed forever. And many other doctors. I have many stories to tell you. Through the miracles that happened to my father. But what was the greatness of my father? It was truth. When my father prayed, he prayed with truth. He was a truthful person. He understood who he was, what his job was to do. He understood what it meant to learn Torah Lishma, to learn Torah for the Torah's sake. That's what it says in his tombstone. They learned Torah Lishma. They was totally emes and truthful person, connected to this at its root. And this is what I learned from my father's illness. Just like Rabbi Patoki from his trials and tribulations. You know, every stick of blood my father had, I was there with him. I felt it. I felt it as if it were me. Maybe even more. This is how strongly I cried those days and prayed. And I knew how to open the gates. I knew when the gates were open to me in prayer. I saw hundreds of miracles, my friends, as a young man. And when I prayed, like I said, I used to calculate, did I say one word with truth? One word with truth. But I learned this during my father's illness. And there were times I prayed with so much Kavanah, like the Karlina Hasidim, that I was unconscious afterwards. I was on the floor with my tefillin. I couldn't move. I was laying unconscious on the floor. And a family member had to come revive me with sugar and drinks and slap me because I was gone totally. And there are holy tzaddikim that say that, that teach us that, you know how you know if you pray properly? If you feel your soul totally left you. It totally left you. Totally left you. And if you felt as if you died for a moment, you passed away. This is how you know you prayed properly. And I'll tell you, when my father was under the knife, when he was under the surgery, I prayed. I prayed properly. I prayed with all my heart. Those gates were open. I prayed with truth. Because I wanted a father. I wanted him. I wanted him in my life. So my friends, let's find the truth in ourselves. Not through trials and tribulations, but through the simple meaning of the words, through concentrating on what's really going on, what it means, the word ashrei, fortunate. What does it mean for me to be fortunate? What does it mean? What does it really mean? Reflect upon the words you say in prayer. Reflect upon your life in truthfulness and understanding. And all the gates, those hayu ragleinu b'sharayich Yushalayich. It'll be open to you. Totally open. Totally open. And we're not going to stop here, my friends. The Baal Shem Tov, he said, if you want to pray, if you want to pray to Hashem, he says you gotta move the body. You gotta move it. You gotta move it around. You gotta move the goof. You gotta move the self physically. Walk around back and forth pace. Come on, move and move and move. And then the more you move, and the more you scream, the more you say with Kavanah, the more you do that, eventually the soul on its own will start to take off into Vegas on its own. And you won't have to move at all. And you can be totally still like a stone. And that's the correct way to pray. Is to reach a level where you're completely still and let the soul itself speak to Hashem. Standing totally before Hashem in fear and bliss. This is the correct way to pray. And you get to this, according to Baal Shem Tov, for first shuckling and moving the body and getting into the prayer with speaking maybe a little more loudly. But then, to be totally still. And so, when it comes to the Friday night prayer, we first have the welcoming of the Shabbos, Kabbalah Shabbos, and we first say some psalms before we get to the Chaldodi, where we actually try to greet the Queen of Shabbos herself. And so, during the preliminary prayers, I personally say L'chul Rananu L'Hashem No Riyal Itzayishaynu Nikama Fona V'Sayda Bismira Isno Riyalo. So I start out loudly with Kavanah. And as time goes on, when it comes to the Chaldodi, Nikras Kala Shabbos Nekekabela. I slowly start to slow down. Slowly start to slow down, having already aroused the body. And then Baruch Hu Es Hashem HaMevorach. Baruch Hashem HaMevorach Le'olam Vo'ad. Baruch Ato Shema Yisroel Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. And then when it comes to Shemona Esrei, Hashem is just like Tiftach Ufi Yagid Yosecha. I'm totally still and quiet, in total peaceful bliss with Hashem. There's no more reason to shackle. There's no more reason to scream or go loud. And people make this mistake, in my opinion, that they start out quietly, and then as the prayer goes on, they're screaming, Shema Yisrael, and then Kavanah Yisrael, and they're screaming, and then they're going louder and louder. But you want to get softer and softer, my friends. You start out loud, and then you want to be like a stone with the soul, in total sweetness. Talk to Hashem in truth and bliss. And this, my friends, is how to pray. And, you know, you can't expect to be answered if everything is about me. I, ani. I want. But rather, Rav Chaim Vital teaches us, we have to pray for the Shekhinah, the divine presence. And we too are included in this. And then we will be answered. We have to pray for the world. We have to pray for the person who doesn't have a job, even though we say we don't have a job. God forbid. We pray for our friend. And we pray for the world, that people, the Jewish people, no one should be out of a job. And by doing it like that, we're included in that, and we have nullified our ego. You can't expect to come before Hashem and be answered when your motives are totally selfish, but rather only through a nullification of self. And it doesn't mean you can't pray for yourself like I just said. But it means that your intention should be for the whole. For the whole. And you yourself are inside that whole. With Torah from the Holy Idra, where Rabbi Shimon and the students, they learned here the greatest secrets. And there's a video on the website, search for it. It's called the Idra, and tells you everything that happened here. Let us sing a song. Let us sing a song. Let us try to be truthful in this song and its words. Vani, Sefila se lecho Hashem Yisrael. Oy vani Sefila se lecho Hashem Yisrael. Hashem Tzfat Tiftach Ufi Yagiti Losecha. We say these words right before the Shemona Esrei. And what are we saying here? We're saying that, you know, Hashem, what do I know about prayer? I'm a simple Jew. What do I know? So Hashem, You take my words. You take my words, and even if I don't understand them, you shine them into light. And if you concentrate on these 3 steps, and Hashem Sefasai Tiftach, you open the door from the word, the name of Hashem, Adna. You open that gate, and you stand before Hashem, and the gates will be opened. And then we take the steps back, and we say, Hashem, I just prayed before you. I laid out the cards on the table, but Hashem, I don't know how to pray. I don't know what I really need. I don't know what I really should ask for. And I've said not really what I really needed to. I know this. I even forgot things that I even wanted to mention. But Hashem, you know my heart. You take care of it for me. You take care of it for me. And Oseh Shalom in Romav, Hu Yasa Shalom Oinu, Rakhu Yisrael, Yimiru Amen. Let there be peace for all the Jewish people. Because, through peace within myself, peace in my life, everything just works out when there's peace. So let there be peace. So I bless all of you. You should find peace. You should find the truth within yourself, not through hard difficulties and trials, but just through simple ways, through prayer itself, through learning. You should find Hashem. Let it be in the Aliyah for my father Shlomo Zavel ben Yaakov, that his neshama should have an Aliyah. And the schools of the tzaddikim here, that they helped to support this Torah, they should have an Aliyah. And it's so unbelievable that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai brought 7 of his greatest students here and taught them Torah. He sat here, and they sat around in a circle, and the Rizal did the same thing. And he brought his Talmidim here. And he taught them the deepest secrets of the Torah. And I bring the whole world, the whole internet world that watches here to the Idra, sit here amongst the holy tzaddikim, and feel the light and the Torah, and find tefillah, find prayer. Find it, my friends. Ay 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 Close your eyes, my dearest friends, and be here. Know the Idra with me. My friends, you know, if you haven't found truth yet and how to find the emes of your soul, you haven't sang enough in your life. You don't sing enough. Because through singing itself, you can find all the answers to every problem just through a song, a holy song. We take for granted the Hasidic works of the Rebbes. We take for granted the new music today. A lot of it's wrong. A lot of it's not pure. It doesn't come from the purest of sources. It doesn't come with the purest intentions. But the holy Rebbes, the holy Tzaddikim, they knew how to write music. The holy Mozitzer. The holy Mozitzer. The holy Mozitz. He understood Rabbi Zion Schenker in Borough Park. He understood. He understood. He understands. He understands the importance of music. That music can take us to the source of our souls. So sing, dance. When I closed my eyes just now, I felt that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai wanted me to emphasize the importance of dancing and being besimcha and singing and getting up. You know, don't just sit there, but dance, dance. Find the Vegas, find light. You have it within you. All the best, my friends. Please send me an email with comments. Please comment on the new Torah video site in the comments area, because people are looking at these. It's important you comment on all the videos you see. People from all over the world watching this. And help me to spread the light of the Torah, because without you, the website's nothing. So help me to spread it. All the best.